Greetings. And if you haven't noticed, I've got a few Buzz Lightyear on my table. But before we get into it, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get updated when I upload new videos. That's always good. You can watch them first. You can get them first. As soon as they're up, you'll get updated that they're up so you can enjoy them. All right. I do giveaways. We did one at 1,000 subscribers. I was real happy to do it. And we're going to do another one when we get to 2,000 subscribers. So if you want to be part of that, you're going to have to be subscribed. As long as you live in the US of A, when we get there, you can enter to win something. Who knows what it'll be? Maybe I'll decide to give away one of these. It could happen. Or maybe it'll be something else. You never know. I figure it out as I go. That's how we do these things. Anyway, so I was like, I'm going to do a Buzz video because I've always loved Buzz Lightyear. And to start things off with this video, all right, you can see I have a lot of buzzes here, right? I don't have the buzz, all right? Like none of these. There could be one buzz that I would just be happy with. That would be just pinpoint movie accurate. I don't have that buzz. None of these are pinpoint movie accurate. The closest would probably be this guy, the Beast Kingdom Buzz over here, but he doesn't have electronics or anything. He's small. Also, I broke one of his hands by mistake, so that's glued on now, and I just have duct taped a rocket to him because I made a rocket and I wanted it to be that way, and I also used it for a little video I made for fun that I'm not sure if I'm embarrassed about or not, but it's on here. If you want to watch it, you can laugh. I don't care. Just be polite and courteous in the comments, please. I don't do offensive comments on my channel. That will not be allowed. Okay, so, but the perfect buzz would be like the one on this bag right up here. That is like the perfect buzz. In other words, the movie buzz with electronics and everything. And also not to cost almost $1,000 like the Medicom does, which I just cannot. I don't even know if I mean. I just don't. I don't have the money to buy it. Period. Is the deal. That's why I don't have one. But even if I did, I don't think I could condone buying it. I mean, I might buy it for the channel if I thought it would get views and I had the money to do it with. You know what I mean? But I don't think I could recommend anybody buy it because that's just ridiculous. It's just plastic. There's no need for the price to be that high. It has no electronics. It's just plastic. I mean, so like the Disney store over here, you can get one of those for $35. I mean, that's the plastic. It's the same, same type of plastic on that almost $1,000 Medicom Buzz as is in this Disney store Buzz. $35. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, I know it looks nice and it's cool and stuff, but it's still plastic. There's no difference between when you think about what it's made up of. There's no these actually have more because the greater majority of the stuff have electronics and other things going on. So, and I've spent $1,000 or almost $1,000 on them to own them. So it's just like it's just kind of like there's a sucker born every minute, I think, and Medicom capitalizes on that saying. So I don't know how much it costs for them to manufacture their Medicom Buzz, um, but I guarantee you that it's nowhere close to their retail price. Okay. So I'm not even sure how I'm gonna do this video. I don't know for sure. I don't know. I could go through each buzz. I don't know if I don't even want to. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go with it and see what happens. All right. I'm just gonna. There's more in-depth reviews of each and every one of these Buzz Lightyears. If you see something you want to see more of, I have reviews of each and every one of these on my channel. So you can go and find that and watch it. Also, I have a playlist of all kinds of Toy Story reviews. If you want to watch that, these will be included in that playlist. So you can just go through and just play the playlist and just sit there and watch a bunch of reviews. If you like to, you can skip the ones you don't want to watch. I don't know. I'll also, I would be very thankful if you watch them all, but that's up to you. There's quite a few of them, so it might take you some time. Um, I have the same thing for Transformers Armada, which I have over here. Hello. If you want to watch any of those, you can also watch those. There's also a playlist for those. I also have other Toy Story reviews that aren't included in this, um, that are different things like Jesse and Mr. Mike and Woody's and Rex's and yada yada yadas and RC's and all kinds of all kinds of stuff. I have some Power Ranger stuff, Astro Delta Megazord. I have different reviews. If you want to check any of those out, I've got playlists. There's playlists, so uh, yeah, I would be very thankful if you wanted to watch those. All right. Anyway, so okay, I've been yabbering quite a bit, but so let's just first we'll talk quickly about this guy. So this is a alarm clock that I got, and I picked this up because I found out about it. And what I thought was cool about this is one, the base is like the Pixar ball, so that's pretty cool. I like the wings. I always like the wings on Buzz Lightyear's. The more accurate they are to the movie, if it's a Buzz Lightyear, I like it. It doesn't really matter the size. Um, I always look at the wings on Buzz Lightyear's. So if I find something like this that's got the details in the wings, which the Medicom did this, which is good, but I don't think just putting these details in a mold of plastic is worth almost $1,000. So, but it is cool that they did that. Is probably the most accurate Buzz Lightyear wings that have ever been on a Buzz Lightyear is on the Medicom. So I will say that that's cool. Is it worth $1,000? No, that's what I think anyway. But and you'd be like, oh, it's like 700. Yeah, well, the tax and everything, it's gonna be higher than that. All right, it's got the the light areas and they look very good. It's just very nice and stuff. While as like the main body isn't super movie accurate or anything, it is still cool looking. It looks nice. I have it up high on a shelf, so it just kind of looks cool. The electronics and stuff in this one don't work, so. But we're gonna put him over here. I don't even know how I'm gonna get these out of the way after I talk about them. All right, so we'll go to this one. This is my 1995 Buzz. He's got really loose legs, so he doesn't stand, and I'm always nervous I'm going to be sleeping, and he's going to come crashing down, and I'm going to wake up screaming and sweating in the middle of the night because I heard a loud noise. Anyway, so this guy's pretty cool. His electronics and stuff work. I don't have batteries in him. If you want to see him working, there's a video up you can watch of this Buzz Lightyear working, and I review him and everything. So, um, but yeah, his super loose joints and stuff. His wings are broken. The little mechanism is broken. I saw somebody selling like 3D printed replacement part for that. I don't have the spring anymore because I got rid of it. So I was going to get that and repair it, but I don't have the spring, so there's really no use in getting the part without the spring. But I can still pull the wings out if I want to. And anyway, this I had one of these when I was a kid. This was like my style Buzz when I was growing up. This is what was available for me, was this kind of Buzz. And Lasseter said that this is taken off of the digital data. I saw a video where he was talking about these older toys, and he mentioned that this is taken directly from the digital data. This doesn't look very movie accurate. It's not bad, but it's not. They've done better in the future coming years after this. They've done much better on different Buzzes. But this is my 95 Buzz. Pretty sure this was a yellow label Buzz. This would have been the Buzz that was in a box, kind of sort of similar-ish to this, except it would have had a yellow label. I believe that's right. The yellow labels were the first production run. And then the later ones would have had, like, I think it was a blue label. If I remember right, something like that. I can't remember for sure. I'd have to look at pictures and then I could explain it to you better. But anyway, this guy came from an RV and Friends pack that sold at Target, and Target still carries it. I was actually at Target today. I uploaded a little short about a little Demon Slayer thing I got, which It's way back there. You can't see it, but it's back there. It's hiding in the corner back in there. And I went and checked down that aisle to see if there's anything interesting down there. And the only Toy Story thing I saw in the aisle was the RV and Friends pack. So if you're interested in that, I have a video up of that too. I actually have more than one that you can check out. And this Buzz came from that pack. So he's just a little posable action figure Buzz Lightyear. Nothing really special or unique, really. This is the Pixar Spotlight series Lightyear. So from the movie Lightyear. And I really like this guy. I've got one in box too. I don't have him out because it was kind of, I would have had to pull a bunch of other stuff out. I didn't want to. So this guy works good enough to show. I really like him. I think he's cool. He's nice and posable. And he got little socks with him and everything. So I really like this guy. Also, the price on this was, at least when I got it, I think it still is really affordable because I guess there's not a lot of interest in Lightyear. It was kind of a flop. So, which could mean that the stuff's more collectible in the future. You know, it could also mean that it's never collectible. You never know for sure about these things. All right, so here we have, this is my Toy Story and Beyond Buzz Lightyear, and he's complete with his wings, which you never see. This is the first Buzz Lightyear that was produced that had wings that open like the movie. So they open from down here and pop out like that, like in the movie. Before that, all of them were like the 95 Buzz that I showed already, where they just pop out from just straight out the sides instead of like this, where they pop out like that from the bottom and out. So very happy with this. He's a utility belt guy. He's in pretty good shape. He's a little yellowing here, but that happens. If you want to know what causes the yellowing on plastic like this, happens on game systems too, like on Nintendos and things. It's a lot of people think it's because it was in a smoker's house. That's actually not why this turns yellow. Plastic like this turns yellow because of a chemical reaction that's caused by its exposure to UV light. So if plastic that is, and you can look into it more because some plastic won't do it and other plastic will, but it's certain qualities of plastic and the way the plastic is made, there's a chemical reaction that's caused when it's exposed to UV light, and that causes it to yellow like this. You can reverse this with some with a cream type of a thing that you can put on the plastic and put it out in the sunlight, and it reverses the same reaction. But it's going to come back eventually. I have bought some stuff to do that with something. I was going to do it with a Mr. Mike, but to do it, you really have to strip the electronics all the way out because you have to wash it off, and it's cream, so you don't want to get that all in the electronics. So I'm just leaving my stuff the way it is because I'd rather have the electronics work than mess with that. But you can use the same method on white shoes and stuff too. But that's, I mean, the same kind of cream and stuff. You want to brighten up white shoes, but that's a whole different thing. Anyway, so that's why plastic turns that yellow, if you really want to know. Kind of interesting, I think. All right, who should we do next? Let's go with this guy. So this is a Toy Story and Beyond flying Buzz Lightyear. And this is really cool. Did a video on this too. Again, all of these have their own videos where I go more in depth. If you would like to watch them, that would be great. And I hope you enjoy them all. But he's got a little propeller, and you put him on a little string. You can put him from your ceiling. When I used him in my video, I put him on a piece of wood, and just held him because I don't want to drill holes in my ceiling. But he'll fly around just like the scene in Toy Story where he jumps off, goes off the Hot Wheels ramp, and hits on the helicopter, and then flies around, comes flipping down, and says, I can fly." So it's pretty cool. I was happy to get a hold of that. These little neat toys like this, also like this one over here that I'll talk about that come from specific scenes in the movie, are pretty fun to have. All right, so this guy came in a 2-pack with Zerg, and this is the cheapest, little junkiest Buzz Lightyear I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the plastic quality down here on the legs, if you can see that, it's like just like melty, moldy, weird looking. Not moldy, but it's just gross. Um, the wings are all warped and junky, and it was like that out of the box, and it's all floppy. And it's this is just I don't know what this is. It's from the Disney store. I mean, it's got the Danger Jet exhaust though right there. So I mean, a lot of stuff doesn't even include that, right? But like for instance, half done Buzz over here. But this is pretty chunky Buzz Light. But I have him, so here he is. Oh, he says Andy on the foot, so there's that. They tried, I guess. They tried. All right. This guy is my Beast Kingdom Buzz. And this is the big one rocket that I made. It's a fun project. I have videos of both making the rocket and reviewing him. And I was reviewing him before I broke his hand. So you can, you can watch him as he would have been in perfect condition. I fixed his hand. We've glued it back on. So and you can kind of still move it if you're careful. It was this hand. There's some glue down there. But I can't switch his hands out anymore. He comes with different hands, so it's stuck with his hand. But that's okay. But this Buzz is cool. He's got really nice movie accurate wings. They're clip-on wings that come with him, and you can change them up and stuff. Again, you can check that video out if you'd like. And then I've made a little replica big one rocket as a little project I did. It's a video of that too if you're interested in trying that out for yourself, or you just want to watch the video. You can check that out. But and then I made a little skit video of, you know, like the scene, the Sid scene from Toy Story, where he gets the rocket duct taped to him and stuff. And I was acting like I was Sid, and it was, you know, it's kind of embarrassing, I guess. But it was, you know, it was for the channel. It was for all of you, and it was fun to do, I guess. But yeah, that's him. So also I've got my Buzz mats. I've got a lot of Buzz. All right, we'll reach back in here. So this is a cool Toy Story 2 toy, and this is from the scene in Al's Toy Barn where he uses the little monkey thing to shoot while he goes toward the door to get out. When batteries are in here, you push this, and his lights on his wings will light up too. So that's kind of a cool little extra detail. And I think they took more time in crafting the monkey for the most part than they did the actual Buzz, just because look at Buzz's face. It looks like he's missing a tooth. It's a little creepy. It's a little bit creepy. Not as creepy as my AI art, but you know, which I guess technically is a Buzz item. And I didn't get that out either. But and he's got it's a little blaster, and you use that to string him up, and he'll ride on it like a little zip line. Zipline Buzz, that's what it's called. So yeah, so it's pretty cool Buzz Lightyear, pretty cool. All right, now what can I say about this? The half done Buzz, the Mattel Action Chop Buzz Lightyear. Now there's some things that are good about this Buzz, right? You've got the arms that, like, you can go down pretty far on them. That's pretty cool, right? All right, this green color is not green. It's also not paint. It's also not glow. It's just green plastic, and it's kind of got a weird look to it. I don't like it. This laser is just painted on. These aren't buttons. This doesn't do anything. This is a button, I guess. He talks when you press this, so there's that. He doesn't have a wrist communicator. He's just got this thing. I don't know why they can't ever put wrist communicators on most of these Buzz Lightyears. I think it's probably a choking hazard. I don't know. You'd think they'd figure that out by now because it's on some of them, but it's not on other ones, and it's so simple. All it is a little flap that opens, and there's a sticker in there. You know, some of them are electronic, but I mean, why can't they do that? Okay, there's no ball joints. There's never any ball joints on Buzz Lightyears. It's always disappointing. All right, so you go up here, and you can't even move his feet. You can move his leg, but you can't move his feet. You can see they didn't paint this. 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 They didn't put any stickers on here. This isn't painted. These are just so white. They're supposed to be silver. These are white. This isn't supposed to be white right here. And this is supposed to be black, and this isn't black. And it's just like, it's just what? Why? Why? But you know what it does have? It's got this little tab for the helmet. And why I think that's cool, that's not accurate either. There is a tab there. There is a tab there in the movie. I'm glad that somebody put a tab there because there's supposed to be one on Buzz's helmet. That's accurate to the movie. But this tab is not right. This needs to be like the length of the Space Ranger sticker. It needs to be curved down, and it needs to have little indent divots in it. Also, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that the Metacom doesn't have that either. So they left something out on the Metacom that is in the movie. So that's, I mean, this is just, the button works like the movie though. So there's that going on. You also cannot open this Buzz Lightyear. I do not know how you would open this to do anything. It is literally about impossible to open without breaking, I think. There's no screws at all. There is 0 screws on this Buzz Lightyear, which is an incredible feat in itself, but also disappointing because Mattel's the one that has the license right now. So if you're hoping on maybe Mattel putting out a good Buzz Lightyear that you can do some head swaps and customizing on and stuff in the future, don't get your hopes up because this is the example of probably what you're going to continue to get if Mattel keeps the toy line. And Thinkway doesn't even exist anymore, as far as I know. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Thinkway kind of died out. Yeah. Because if you like try to contact Thinkway at all on like their old Facebook page or something, you'll get nothing back. And if you look around in stores, there's nothing that says Thinkway anymore. You just don't hear about Thinkway. And Thinkway had the license, but now Mattel's got it. So I don't know what happened to Thinkway. But they're like ghosts now or something. Anyway, so there's that. Mattel, woohoo. Disappointing. By the way, speaking of Mattel having the license to make that stuff, I wonder how Metacom is able to make it. They get like a pass on the license or something. Oh. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe Metacom will make the toys maybe Metacom will mass produce toys for Toy Story 5, and then you would be able to get a good Buzz Lightyear, and maybe it wouldn't be $700. You know, I hope it wouldn't be. If anybody buys $1,000 Buzz Lightyear for their 4-year-old, they might need to go get checked out. Okay, so this is my custom Buzz. So this is just from a 2009 digital data talking Buzz Lightyear. It's not actually, this one probably is in 2009. It's a little later because this was in a different box. It's not in the cloud box. My cloud box is right there, and there's differences. He's not modded. I'm not modding him. I really like that guy, but I messed around and modded his arms. I changed these out to little things. There's videos of that if you want to look. This didn't work that well. His arms aren't that movable and stuff. He also has a bicep swivel that I modded. I did that mod on him so you can move his biceps and stuff. Modding these is not something that I would recommend doing except for display. If you want to mod him to be able to move him around a lot and stuff, the way that these mods and stuff work on these guys, you see them all the time online and you think, that's really cool, I want to try that. My opinion is not worth it because you really compromise the integrity of your toy when you do it, just because of the nature of it in general. So, but you can do what you want. You know, I'm not stopping you or anything. I'm just warning you that it's not quite as glamorous as you might think to mod this stuff. But head swaps, I could see head swaps being fine, you know, in general. But when you start getting into bicep swivels and different things where you're literally like cutting the arm in half and stuff, I mean, you can break it for one, and it becomes easier and more brittle to break after you do the mod, is what I'm saying. So if you want something that's going to last and be durable, I would mod it. Anyway, I like this guy. He's got straight wings, so I think that's cool. I took his helmet off. yeah, is what it is. There's video of this guy, video of the mods up if you want to watch that. Just rolling right along. Rolling. There's my little Demon Slayer. I like Demon Slayer. I watched it. I got a free trial for Crunchyroll, and I watched through Demon Slayer up till I'm really excited for the final movies whenever they release. Hopefully, I can watch them. They're gonna do movies for the final instead of seasons, I guess, but that's a whole nother thing. We're talking about Toy Story right now. But Demon Slayer is cool if you like manga or anime, or have Crunchyroll. And well, Demon Slayer is a pretty big deal. So if you like that stuff, you probably heard of it. But I check it out if you haven't. It's really good show. I wouldn't think you wouldn't like it. Actually, it's that good. I would call it a masterpiece of a show. Anyway, this is my Multiverse Lightyear. He's special edition glow in the dark. Video of him up here too. I don't know much about multiverse stuff. It's a video game, I guess. And yeah, I don't know. He was good price, and he glowed in the dark, and it said special edition. So I said I'm gonna buy it. But yeah, so I've got him, and there's video of him up on there too. Over here, hiding off to the side, kind of, we've got my Buzz Lightyear Universe Protection Unit, the Infinity Edition Ultimate Talking Action figure. And this is like the first signature collection Buzz Lightyear, in my opinion. And it also, I think this was probably, yeah, this would have been the first one to actually have a wrist communicator. So it's not movie accurate, but it is cool. You push it, and there's a little light that blinks in there, and he does talk. Again, there's a video up of this if you want to watch a full review where I go through the functionality and everything. He's got batteries in him, so you can listen to him. It comes with a little this launcher and stuff. The reason why I say it's the first signature collection is because this one came with a certificate of authenticity that's there in the back. So just like the signature collection. Actually, if you look at the signature collection, and I don't have one anymore because they sell for a good amount of money, and I have sold them so I can have some money because they sell fairly quickly, and they sell for a fair amount of money. So whereas if I put any of these other ones up on there, it would be people wouldn't want to pay much for them for one, and they wouldn't sell, at least not very quickly, unfortunately. So that's just kind of what I've experienced when I've been doing this. But as far as the signature collection Buzz Lightyear is concerned, he's kind of like a culmination of a bunch of different Buzz Lightyears throughout the years, in my opinion, into one. Like the actual toys, like not just looking at the movie accuracy, which would have been better, I think, if they would have just focused on that. I think what they did was they just culminated other toys that had been manufactured for Toy Story and combined them into one. And the reason I say that is different things like the helmet opening and closing. When you open and close it and it makes the noise. That was first done on a Buzz Lightyear with this guy, with the flight control Buzz. Now mine doesn't do it, but I've watched other videos of people with these flight controls, and theirs were working better, and theirs did make a noise when they open and close the helmet. At least if I'm remembering right. I'm pretty sure that was the deal, but you can check it out for yourself. Go check a few video reviews out and see if I'm remembering correctly that this one does do that, but I can't remember for sure. It's also got a movie accurate sticker with a button, so like the newer one, when you opened it up on the signature, it would go and stuff. Well, this one would do similar stuff. You just had to push a button. But it has movie accurate style sticker in there. It says Gamma Sector 4, so that's really cool that they included that on this Buzz. And he has a gyro in here, so you can fly him, and he'll know when he's flying, and that's in the signature collection too. It doesn't have a gyro. I'm not sure how it works, but this one has a gyro, so it's like a ball inside of a little electrical thing, board and stuff, and it senses what direction it is. You can maybe kind of hear it bouncing around in there. I don't know. That's the gyro ball. And so it'll go whoosh, whoosh, and he'll say stuff while he's flying. There's an off switch here that will shut it off um, if he's sitting down. So like shuts it off. So the signature didn't need this switch, but it had the flying noises, which were originally done on this flight control Buzz Lightyear and carried over to that one. So the signature collection isn't something that's brand new that's never been done before. They've had this stuff on different buzzes. They just didn't put it all into one buzz until the signature collection Buzz Lightyear. And in my opinion, um, I think they can do better than what the signature collection is, especially looking at just the way that they were able to make the Metacom look. Just look that, especially the wings, because the wings seem to be a huge problem on Buzz Lightyears in general. But Metacom's like, oh no, yeah, this is easy. Look at these. Um, I think that somebody is capable of putting out a good Buzz Lightyear at a fair price that tops the signature collection and and the Metacom both and is movie accurate. Ball joint wrists. They all Metacom has ball joint wrists, but they forget the ball joints. They forget in the wrist. Just make it like the movie. Put the little thing on here, the little thing on the helmet that goes down here, the tab deal I talked about. Put that down there, like, but movie accurate. You know, have the communicator, but movie accurate. Don't put in my opinion, don't put in motors in the head to make it a robot. This head floats around too on this guy, so when he's flying, it'll make it look like he's looking up. It's weighted. It's a gimmick type of a thing, but it's kind of neat. You know what I mean? And just making a toy, but make it like the movie. So as movie accuracy can, just focus on the movie accuracy, not other gimmicks that you can add to it. Just movie accuracy, posability, and everything like that. I mean, I would love to be able to buy a Buzz like that. I would sell if I ever get a Buzz that I think is just like the movie, I will sell all of these Buzz Lightyears. I may even go as far as to say that I may have it's possible that if I got one that was mine, that I owned, that was really, really pinpoint movie accurate and everything, and I was really happy with it, and I was in a good mood, maybe I would do some kind of giveaway extravaganza with my light years, because I would only need the one that was movie accurate. So I would just have a giveaway extravaganza to clear out my Buzz Lightyears, because I had the one, like the one you put on a pedestal and everything, and look at. I don't know if I'd put it on a pedestal, but I would be happy. Finally happy, I wouldn't feel the need to have a bunch of Buzz Lightyears because I had the Buzz Lightyear. That's the Buzz Lightyear I want to see somebody make. The Buzz Lightyear, and I don't want it to cost $1,000. I want it to be affordable to everyday people. Like just a common toy cost. I guess you can make it more than $35. I don't know, just a fair price, not $100 is even a little high. Maybe if you keep it around 60 or so, that would be wonderful. But you know, like, why is the Metacom $700? I I don't understand it, and I couldn't bring myself to spend that much at all. I don't think. Even if I could, I wouldn't do it. I don't think. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And I say that having spent quite a bit, specifically on my 2009 Cloudbox Toy Story figures that I got in box. I spent too much on those. I spent for one of them I got for $75. That was the Buzz. That was this guy. He was 75. I got a really good deal on him in the box. I found him. Some nice older lady, I believe, was selling him. I had a conversation through eBay with her. She was very nice, and I bought that for 75. And then I found the other two, and I wanted to complete what I had started. And at the time, I had the money to spend. So for Woody, the Woody and Jesse both, I were $200 a piece. I spent on both of those. So I guess I spent $400, $475. So for those three in box when I got them, and I don't think there's any way I could resell them for that price. I thought I would be able to when I got them, but being honest with myself, I don't think it's going to ever happen. I just don't think people would want them enough for that. They'd rather buy the signature collection if they were going to spend over $100 on a figure, I think. So, um, but that was my fault. But I'm happy I have them anyway, and it's been so long now that the money is like I don't like miss it. It would have gone somewhere else anyway. Um, but same thing. Metacom's like 700, so that's even more than that. So, but that was quite a bit to spend, and I wouldn't recommend doing that either if you're a collector or getting new into Toy Story and collecting, because you do that and you're not going to get the money back for it. Those are eBay listing prices, and people will list stuff at kind of crazy prices sometimes. So, um, but I mean, if it becomes more desirable as time goes on, I heard somebody tell me that they saw some listings for the 2009 Cloud Box stuff going for like, some people were listing it for around 500, and they were asking me if it was really worth that. Well, not worth it, but that rare. It is rare, because it was a 2009 Cloud Box. They don't make it anymore, and finding it in the box is really difficult. So, they are rare, whether or not, I guess stuff's worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. But again, at the end of the day, this stuff's plastic, and they're toys. So why there is a lot of finished toys and stuff that are worth a lot of money, that's because people, collectors and stuff, covet them and kind of have, you get a little shaky about it, like, I gotta have it, I gotta have it. But you don't need this. You know what you need? You need food, and you need water and shelter. You don't really need these plastic things. It's not a necessity of life, although it's it can be fun and make you happy, so it's good for your mental health and everything like that if you have a hobby. But people get too carried away with it, and you could save that money, and I'm sitting here being hypocritical, I guess, by even going to say this, but you could save up your money that you would have spent on these figures, and give it to a charity or somebody that needs it, like St. Jude's Children's Hospital, or something like that, or that animal thing. Those I forgot what they were called. ASPCA, I think, or whatever. A charity that helps animals, or there's different ones, different types of charities and stuff that you could make a donation to, with the money that you would have spent on expensive figures, for yourself, and that would be a more helpful, um, good thing to do for the world, in general, have more meaning and stuff. So but I say that, and look at what I've got here. So that it's just stuff to be aware of. I do these videos, and I know that the videos like this, where you talk about this stuff, there's an impact on people who watch it, and because it's happened to me, and what you see and what you watch as a person impacts you, and things that you get interested in, different things like that, just because we learn by seeing things, like monkey see, monkey do type of thing. So, not calling anybody a monkey except myself, maybe. I'm kind of a monkey, but so I'm just saying, it's a hobby thing, but it's something that you know you don't have to have any of this stuff. It's not it's not the end of the world if you don't have a collection that looks like mine or anything. In fact, you're probably smarter than me, if you don't, because you probably have money instead of plastic figures. Let me put this somewhere. I'll be back. We'll continue. But yeah, I just thought I'd talk about that in here, and I don't know, it's going off on a tangent and stuff, how my mind works, and everything. But don't get like watching my videos or anybody's videos that have huge collections, and um, don't like get stressed about yourself or something. If you're collecting and you have a small, excuse me, and you have a small collection, and you're looking at somebody else who has a lot of stuff, it's not that big a deal. It's the people that you're watching that have a huge collection. Think about the amount of money that they spent on that, and then your first thought would probably be like, oh, they have a lot of money. I wish I could afford all that stuff. And it's like, well, the reality of it is the person that you're watching probably bought all that stuff, and now that they've done that, they don't have any money. So you probably have more money than the person you're looking at. That's just, that's just the way things go. Um, so so don't look at them as being something special or whatever just because they have a whole bunch of stuff, or me either. Is because I have stuff. I've just chosen to do this and talk about it, and I spend a lot of money on it. And yeah, I don't have very much money these days. So, but those are decisions that I've made. Anyway, um, just a thing, and getting money back out of it again, something like this. Some stuff you can, mostly if you want to get your money back out of something, I would just stick with maybe getting a signature collection thing, because in my experience, that's the most reliable thing to be able to get your money back out of. Anything else, even including this guy that's really rare, this Mattel Ultimate Buzz, from the UK, and he's really rare. And my video of him has got a whole bunch of views. I put him up. I was thinking about selling him. I changed my mind, um, but I put him up on there, and I started him out kind of high because I knew how rare he was, and then I kept just incrementally lowering him, and I lowered him so far that I just said I'm going to take him off because I don't want to let him go for that. I know he's rare, and I paid more than that for him. I paid $80 for him. That's what I paid, but he was in pieces when I got him. I had to assemble him. You can watch the video if you want. Um, and nobody was interested in him. Nobody wanted to buy him. So I'm happy I didn't, because I like him and I do want to keep him around. But that's just the reality of collecting things like this. Is there's people that's interested in it, but the people that are interested in it aren't gonna spend a lot of money or want to spend a lot of money in general if they do buy it. And in large perspective, in all reality, people who buy this stuff on eBay are buying it for their kids, because you can't just go into a store and buy a decent Buzz or any Toy Story item. So they're buying it for a kid who happens to like Toy Story, and they're going to play with it. It's not really a collector thing. Anyway, this piece of fishing line stuck in this guy's arm because I used him for a short. This is the Disney store. Got a video up of him too. Um, and this guy's got all the functions from the movie. Got the karate chop action. He's got his wings. He's got the excuse me. Got the voice simulator. He's got a communicator there. He's even got a whoosh helmet. He's got wings, and the wings they're all right. Hit my hand there. Mine's 20th anniversary model. They took this molding out in later ones. I don't know why. This is movie accurate. I really like that they included this. Like I said, this isn't on all Buzz wings, but it's on this, so that's cool. I like that they had that on there, movie accuracy, and this is Andy on the foot. His phrases are very cool if you want to check those out. Again, I've got a separate video. This is the first video I ever put up on my channel for this 20th anniversary Disney Store Buzz Lightyear. And these guys are affordable, so I highly recommend this. And now, if you get one, they even come in a spaceship box, like the movie. So it would be nice if they could make it a little more movie accurate looking. The face is kind of ugly, to be honest, and maybe do something a little bit different with the wings to make them bigger and longer, and just up the quality of it a little bit. Maybe even get it price range maybe up around $60 or something like that instead of 35, just as a kind of an upgraded version for maybe people who want to collect like us, and sell that for us. That would be cool if they could do something like that, but they haven't. But you can get one of those if you want. All right, so next up, this is probably one of my favorites. This is the Mattel Ultimate Buzz Lightyear. This was only released in the UK and Australia, and I have a video up of this too. In the video, I had to assemble him because he came in parts, in pieces. But this is a fantastic Buzz. It's got a mix kind of like the 95 style stuff and the new modern stuff. So it's kind of in between, I think, because it's got a way more movie accurate looking head sculpt on it. What the voice simulator does is super cool. It says there's a secret mission in uncharted space. Let's go, right? I believe that's the special phrase he says. He doesn't have that many phrases, but as far as a toy mode, Buzz Lightyear that is like the movie, I would say this is the best one that anybody's ever made. That's my opinion. If he had some more movie accurate wings that came out from the bottom, that would be cool. I like these because I grew up with the 95 Buzz and they had wings like this. So having one like this that has these different movie accurate things, it also has movie accurate laser sound that has the movie accurate details like that with 95 style wings. Um, I really like. It's pretty cool. Makes my nostalgia happy. So, and these wings are really neat too because when you slide them in, if you notice, um, the other side slides in with um, like with it. It's pretty wild, really, that it does that. Um, so you still have to click them in with your hand, but um, it's just pretty cool that like it like helps itself slide in. So I don't know what the mechanism looks like in here. I haven't looked at it, but it seems to be better than like the 95 mechanisms were. Um, it doesn't have a wrist communicator on him, but he does have a really nice cutout around there. It's really deep, so it looks like there could be a wrist communicator. I don't know. I just really like this Buzz. If you watch the video, you'll probably understand why. These are really hard to find. Very, very hard to find, at least in America or even on like American eBay. Um, I don't know about the UK if they're easier or Australia, but um, these are extremely, extremely difficult to find. I didn't really even fully understand how hard they were to find until I got one. He doesn't glow in the dark. Also, his hand pads here are movie accurate size. If you look, the green on him, that's just a great Buzz. All right, this is my 2009 Cloudbox Digital Data Buzz, and I've got a few videos up of him. I believe at least. I think I do. I might be mistaken, but one of them I compare. And this guy is really movie accurate as far as the shade of purple on his head and different things like that. His backpack is slimmer and tighter to his back than like the later one. And everything. This is a really, really nice Buzz Lightyear. And and I had him new in box. I opened him for display and everything just because it's fun to have them out of the box, and they're not going to last forever even if they're in the box. I'm not going to last forever out of my box. And you're thinking, he come in a box? Anyway, so there's that, and this is also a really, really cool, really nice looking Buzz Lightyear. I like to have him on display. Again, there's a video review of everything here that I've talked about on my channel. If you want to watch it, I've got a dedicated playlist. You can go through and check it out if you'd like. So that is all my Buzz Lightyears. Now I get the great task. Oh, the great task of trying to remember where I had all these and put them back. I think I can do it. Let's zoom in over here real quick. I've also got this clock. It's got Buzz and Rocket and Woody and stuff. That's pretty cool. And then you got my Demon Slayer over there that I got today. So, all right. I did a lot of talking in this video. It's a long video, but thanks for watching and sticking around. If you watch till the end, that's great. There'll be a link up here. Well, hopefully fairly soon. I have to put it on. I upload first, and then I go back and add it. So it will be here if it's not here now. So you can go back to the end if you didn't see it because you want to watch it. And you can go and watch my playlists. And go through all my videos if you'd like to, or all of the Buzz videos, or whatever. Pick and choose what you'd like. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.